Hello, my name's Andy and welcome to the garage. Well, here is my next restoration, a Ferrari 4CLT 1948 by Lesney. Very play one, as you can see, but it's got the driver. There's not a lot to it. I do like these 50s racers. I've not done one this small yet. I've tended to do the bigger dinky ones, so I'm looking forward to doing this one. We're back with our little Maserati 4CLT 1948, and just gonna drill the holes out, starting off with a 2mm drill and see how we get on. Okay, here we go. Right, let's see if we can get that base off. Right, it's off at the front. It's coming at the back. There she goes. It's got a nice base. Set of wheels. Got a driver. Who doesn't want to come out. There we have. Tipped him forward. Pulled him out. It's got a steering wheel. He's metal. And that post drill quite nice. We'll need the 2mm drill back on that one. Okay, here is our little Maserati. Out the caustic soda. Just looking at it, it's not in bad shape. I think there's a casting line down the bottom end there. That's real round there. Maybe not at the bottom of here. Not sure if that is that looks like a real exhaust there. The casting line in front of it. All this is genuine casting at the front. So there's a bit of work to do and a bit of work to do on Google Images. Our driver, well, he's come out okay. Just needs a brush. Hopefully that white paint will come off. Base was a bit bent. It's come out quite tidily. Of course, we've still got the wheels, which I need to squirt with some rust dissolver. They are at least free. That one's not free though. Way. Just turns. If you notice, I've got 3 Yardley McLarens in the background because I'm doing one of those at the same time as this. So I thought I'd give you a bit of a preview there. Or it might be a post view, you never know. Because I don't know which video is going to go out first. So anyway, let's get the wire brushes on these. Okay, we're back with our little Maserati. Really, I just gave it a brush with this and it came up pretty well. Just got an old lid off a paint pot that's been used before, and I'm going to put the wheels in and give them a squirt with some rust dissolver. I haven't got any more wheels, and I've noticed one of those is a bit damaged on the axle, so you need to be careful. So they're going to stew in that, keep whizzing them round. Now the base plate, after cleaning, thought it was before, is a bit bent. More importantly, as you can see there on the right hand side, it's lost a bit, so we're going to have to build that up. And we're going to have to flatten this out, even though it actually does fit quite firmly. You can see there the front slipped down, so that needs hammering, and the rest of it's probably okay. It's a pretty good fix. It doesn't want to come off once you've got it on. So let's get the hammering tools into place. Let's get this off. And all I'm going to do is just give it a bash from this side. That is coming along. There's still a bit there in the middle. Maybe it's best to give it a blast all along there. And I think that should be it. There you are. Streamlined at the front now. Streamlined at the back. Wants to bob up a bit in the middle still. If it's not visible from that side. We're talking millimeters. That's what we're talking. When the rivets go in, it should be okay. What I do need to do, level these posts off, because those rivet holes are not flat. That one's okay. This one needs a bit of filing on it, so we need to get that done as well. So looking good. And I've cleaned the little man. He's got some excellent detail. It's just a casting line over his nose, right round the back of the helmet, not all the way back, so there's a bit of work to do on the guy as well. And I'll hold him there, hopefully zoom in. Hold him there and hopefully zoom in for you so you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. Right, let's move on. Just going to take the top off this protruding rivet hole, because that was causing a problem at loose fitting. This tapers off anyway, so we're not doing any damage to the back. We have lost a bit of the back at some point to corrosion, etc. That may be enough. This fits perfectly now. Okay, back with our Maserati base. Clean the casting lines off the body. That can go. We've just got to build it up. We might lose the number there in doing so, but we have got to do it. It has been chewed up a bit. Just some super glue around the edge there, and some bicarb of soda tipped on top. What I can try and do is clean around the number before it sets. And try and get that line in that's there. To be honest, we can file that flat. The definition of the right hand side of the number had gone anyway, but it'll look better on the base. So we'll leave that to set for a few minutes, and then give it a tidy up with a small file. As you can see, we're back with our Maserati, painted in Auto Extreme red gloss. Got some numbers to go on later. But first, we're just going to do a bit of detailing, not too much. It's a very small model. So we've got the front grille and we've got the exhaust to do. So here we go with the detailing. That's the detailing done. I have been working on the driver. Now I haven't filmed that. Done his face and helmet. I've got his goggles to do. And I haven't filmed it because there's no room between my brush, my eyes for the camera to get, because it is quite detailed, that. And I've done the face with a cocktail stick and the helmet with a very small brush. So we can leave that to dry off now. Right, here we are with our decals, and the best way I've worked out is I've got my biggest punch, which feels too big, but it fits into that slot nicely, and I've got a few goes at this. So I'm just lining it up. I can see how it looks. Just punch through from there. Just got a cocktail stick, push it out. See how lucky we are. That one's not too bad. So it is a bit trial and error-ish. Printed quite a few off, so I'll get a few goes at it, and hopefully I'll get a good one. So what I'll do is I'll cut all of those out and go with the best two. I think that's my best plan. That one's okay. I think they're the best two. They look fine. Those two can go in reserve. And we've got some decals. Well, as you can see, we're nearing the end now on our little Maserati. So that's the paint that was used. Auto Extreme red gloss. Nice colour. The base was just a black gloss. The driver has had his goggles, his face and his helmet done, and his gloves and the steering wheel. Did leave him a bit dirty on the white, thought that might be quite appropriate. The two wheels, two axles, bit of super glue on those, the plastic had cracked. Got 4 decals, 2 are more or less dead centre and 2 are off centre. And when I looked at the box picture, they may have been slightly higher at the top. So first thing to do is let's get on with the box. Well, here we are at assembly, and it's our driver first. Got a little hook on his back there to clip in at the back of the cab. So push him in. And it's easy to push him in, not exactly right. Right, there he is. There's similarly a hook at the front. It's got to hold him, and he's in position more or less now. So I'll grab hold of him. Can put my wheels in place. Get my base. Now, tested this and it has to go in that side first or it doesn't click into position. And everything looks okay. Driver could perhaps go back a bit. I'm not sure how really good a fit that was, but he's not moving. He's not moving. You can't move him out there. There's no wiggle room, even though he does wiggle a bit. So now we can move on to our rivets. I'm not sure which is which now. I've mixed myself up, so I'd better just have a quick test on the rivets. I think that's the front one. So I had to cut them down to size. Seems to go in there okay. That's spot on in there. so we'll tip those out and get ready to go. I think I'll be using a pair of tweezers to put those in. So here we go. Bit in that. Bit in that. Hope you saw that. Oh, I can't pick it up with the tweezers, so I might just push it into position with them. Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. They're just cut down screws, these. Well, here we go with our first decal. She's on. Can move it around. And I have got the box for reference. Now on the box it's not perfectly straight. I think that's what I will go with. So we've just got the other side to do. So here we go with our decal on the right hand side. Check with the one on the other side. Nearly touching the bottom, nearly touching there. It just needs to be a bit over. That one is at the top of his hand. I think that's okay. And the next time you see that, it will be on the turntable. Well, this is what we started with. A very plain one Maserati 4CLT. Not much to say about it. Looks like it had had a tough life. Let's see how we got on, shall we? Because here it is now. Well, here is our little Maserati, a very plain one, representing an F1 car, 4CLT from 1948. Not much to say about it. This model was made between 58 and 1965. The red one you can see was probably made between 1958 and 1963, which makes it about 61, 62 years old. After that, they did do a yellow one between 1964 and 65. The Maserati was a car from 1948 with a 1500cc cylinder engine, 2 compressors, which had a brake horsepower of 220 to 280, depending which version you had. The car was very competitive and scored about 40 race victories in Europe and the US, with Ascari, Villarici, Fangio and other private owners when it kept competing until 1952 in private hands. By then, it had passed its best. I have done another one of these, the Dinky Toy version, and I did do a lot more history on the car in that video. But let me put the Dinky Toy next to it now, its bigger cousin. And here is our little Maserati with its bigger Dinky Toy cousin, the 4CLT. Bit more detail on the Dinky Toy, bit bigger for the modeller to do things in the casting, etc. and then for the restorer to carry on that good work. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed doing this little 1/63rd scale car. I don't do many of the smaller ones, but I do enjoy doing them when I do them. So I leave you with the Maserati 4CLT from 1948. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time in another video. So bye for now and take care. The Maserati 4CLT.